Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Tartarus Rage, and welcome to my Overwatch Hero Guide on McCree. I know it's been a long time since Genji, but I wanted this one to not suck, so here it goes. I'm pretty sure Jesse McCree is the love child of Clint Eastwood and John Wayne. But like, if they had a baby, and that baby had a baby with John Marston, and that baby can't read a goddamn watch because it's always high noon. That being said, there are some redeemable qualities about McCree. He fights with a vigor that leads me to believe he still thinks the Indians are bad guys. Armed with his trusty revolver, his trademark smirk, and for some stupid ass reason a flashbang grenade, McCree steps into battle. Let's talk about his dope ass abilities. If you click that left mouse button, you're going to use the Peacekeeper. That is McCree's trusty old sidearm and revolver. It's one shot and it does anywhere from 35 to 70 damage with extra damage from a headshot. Holds 6 bullets like any revolver would, and you can shoot 2 rounds per second. If you do get a headshot, it's some really good damage and on par with getting a good snipe from Widowmaker. If you hit the right mouse button, you're going to use Fan the Hammer, and what it does is it unloads whatever's left in the chamber. So if you have 6 bullets left, it's going to quickly shoot all 6 bullets into your enemy. If you only have 2, it'll only shoot 2. It does 22.5 to 45 damage per bullet, and it takes 1.5 seconds to reload with no ability to do extra damage on a headshot. The good news about this is that if you unload onto an enemy, most enemies only have 200 to 250 health, so you can really do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. The shift ability for our sweet ranch hand is Combat Roll. It only lasts for 0.5 seconds, but it does have a high cooldown of 8 seconds. The good news is this dive roll allows for evasive or aggressive maneuvers. When you hit shift and you roll, you automatically reload your revolver. McCree's E ability is called Flashbang. It's a blinding grenade that explodes shortly after it leaves his hand. The blast staggers enemies in a small radius. What you need to know about this ability is that it has very short range. The stun is fantastic in regards to the fact that it lasts almost 1 whole second. It does a little bit of damage at 25. That's a 10-second cooldown, which isn't terrible, and this is the ability that makes McCree not terrible. Finally, we have McCree's ult, Deadeye, Focus, Mark, Draw. McCree takes a few precious moments to aim. When he's ready to fire, he shoots every enemy in his line of sight. The weaker his targets are, the faster he'll line up a kill shot. So what this means for little fellows like Tracer, Pharah, Reaper is you'll die quickly. What it means for Roadhog, Winston, Reinhardt is that it takes a lot longer for me to get a kill shot on you. I have to decide whether it's better for me to just take the 1 or 2 kills or wait for an entire team to get lined up and then see if I can't kill all of you at once. The more health you have, the longer it takes. And if you break line of sight with your enemy, they live through the ultimate. Let's talk about how to effectively play McCree. He is an attack champion, but I think he can also be played on defense. His ultimate makes for a really good change in pace if you need to kill the entire team, which a lot of times a game comes down to one giant team kill to win it. Obviously his bread and butter lies in the fact that he can use his flashbang to take out one character. So if I run up on a Tracer and I throw down my flashbang and I right click, suddenly that's one person dead. Every 8 seconds I can kill a weak attacker. If I have an enemy that's even stronger than that, I can fan the hammer on them, flashbang them, roll to reload, and fan the hammer again. That's kind of where McCree shines, is in high burst damage potential. The downside to that is if I'm in any sort of prolonged combat, or if I'm fighting, let's say, a Soldier 76 who can heal up over time, and I don't kill him that first time, I probably lose that fight. In this clip, you can see me just sniping the asshole out of a Bastion who refuses to move. So against stationary targets, you can see McCree is actually really super good. However, later on I go in and I engage against a Winston and a Reinhardt without my team to back me up, and my lack of survivability really starts to show. And then I fucking die! let's get one thing straight. If you play McCree, you're going to have to be good at aiming. He's only got 6 bullets and they all do a fair amount of damage. If you're not hitting with all those bullets, sorry, you're dead. You don't load as quickly as Tracer, you don't move as quickly as Tracer, and you don't do splash damage like a lot of the other characters. So you need to be accurate. There's a lot of websites these days that you can go to and you can like actually get better at aiming by clicking back and forth and basically make yourself better at judging distances in a short amount of time. Or in the 1 minute spawn period when we're setting up the game, I'll often go back and forth between 2 lamps or 2 things to try to increase my ability to aim. You need to play smart as McCree, but he's not the hardest character to play. You just need to know how to do his combos and how to face each individual champion, or at least an archetype. So if we're going to talk about fighting an attacker, someone with 200 to 250 health, you should fan the hammer, right click on them, drag the mouse down a little bit to keep it from going up, because the reticle is going to bounce up the longer you are attacking. So if you have all 6 bullets and you right click and you don't move your mouse down, it's not going to make up for the fact that you're firing upwards so much. Recoil, as it were called. So you really need to make up for that recoil. And then another thing would be, if you are facing someone who has more health than that, you'll want to fan the hammer, roll, fan the hammer again. If you're not able to kill them in that amount of time, you'll need to flashbang to either get away or secure the kill. If you're facing off against somebody from a distance, you have the edge because your gun is so accurate and does so much damage even at a far distance. After playing McCree for so long, trying to make this video and capture some good footage of him performing well, I think I've found that he is one of my favorite attackers to play. He has a good kit and he is useful in a lot of situations. The only thing I find personally a little bit difficult to use is his ultimate Deadeye. It's so easy to outplay. All you have to do is find a tiny little street lamp to hide behind and vanish like an anorexic woman. Sorry, not sorry. Other than that, he's really great and he's a lot of fun. He's also a dope cowboy. He's got a metal arm. The aesthetic is so cool. Named after one of the developers of Overwatch, apparently, Jesse McCree, real guy, helped make the game. If I had to change something about his kit, I would give him 2 pistols, because that would be even fucking cooler. And maybe his ultimate, instead of doing a Deadeye thing where it slows down time and you click one, if he could have a Kung Lao hat and you just throw that bitch and slice everybody in half, that would be pretty dope. Lastly, I would just like to thank anybody who got to the end of this thing for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up, a robot thumb up. And if you want to see more videos like it, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!